Vine is the terrible video sharing site that only lets you upload videos of, 6 seconds?
What have you got?
These nuts.
I'm like, what have you
These
got?
nuts.
These
These
nuts.
nuts. These nuts.
No, but
These
really,
nuts.
what have you got?
These nuts. These nuts.
I really do think that Vine is actually a pretty solid summation of everything I loathe about the internet. Obnoxious prank culture, unfunny memes, random humor, short attention spans. It's all there, which in itself is pretty ironic, seeing as the website is built around limiting information into quick and snappy amounts of time. But at the same time, can host so much terrible shit on it. From the very beginning, I've never really seen the point of the website. It's basically a more limited, less diverse, indisputably worse in every way version of YouTube. Nothing is stopping you from uploading 6-second YouTube videos. It's certainly not stopping those Vine compilations from raking in the unearned views.
Hi guys, before I start this Vine compilation, I'd just like to let you know I'm actually giving away an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4. All you have to do is subscribe, like and comment now. That is it. Peace out.
No, I don't want a fucking Xbox One or PS4. What has this to do with Vines, asshole? The most destructive thing about Vine for me is how the constraint of 6-second videos has kind of created this peculiar, boiled down and filtered subculture of people. You really can't convey that much information in such a short amount of time. So typically the most flashy, loud and obvious sorts of creatures get popular on the website. So naturally this really obnoxious content perpetually supports itself until it dilutes into a collection of really dreadful and repetitive memes and unfunny references that have no real value on their own. Clearly the most popular type of content is based around comedy. And I use that word pretty lightly, because comedy is supposed to be entertainment based around jokes and sketches. And saying, "D's nuts," is not a fucking joke. I'm sorry, it's just not. Is it funny because he says D's instead of these? Is it because nuts are funny? I don't know.
These nuts.
But what I do know is that it's one of many shitty, unfunny, and obvious memes. And memes are usually based around references. And a reference isn't a joke. I know that humor is extremely subjective, and I don't really like judging people based on things they personally find funny. My sense of humor is fucking weird and I know it, because I'm a unique and special snowflake. At least that's what my mummy tells me. But the difference between, say, enjoying the Big Bang Theory and finding this funny is that the Big Bang Theory is comedy. You might not personally find it funny, but there is a structure and writing involved. And that's not to say that Vine can't have its moments. Animals will always be entertaining, for no matter how long they're featured in a video for. Oh, look how cute this one is. Oh, what's this weird feeling in my heart? And again, it kind of hurts.
Flying Rock is an empty void and will not be tainted by this unsettled filth.
You can stumble across some truly creative and impressive stuff, but the majority is the following. Barefaced stereotype humor. You know, the whole insert race, gender, or sexuality be like. Memes. Pranks that are at the expense of unaware, regular people. Stop doing this, you cunts. Animals being cute. Idiotic challenges like the Don't Judge Me challenge, which I already did a video about. Replacing the audio of cartoons/kids shows with a popular song. This one I find particularly weird and insufferable. And there's probably more kinds of trends, but I find it hard enough to sit through one of these things, let alone a full 12-minute video of them. I find explaining and justifying myself as a YouTuber hard enough as it is. How do these Viners do it? Yeah, I make these 6-second videos. Oh, so what are they about? Well, sometimes I harass people, other times I say what white people be like, but mostly I just scream a lot. Oh, well, you're kind of a terrible person. When I asked Twitter and Facebook for examples of what the worst things about Vine were, and many people responded with things like, "D's nuts."
These nuts.
"What are those?"
What are those?
And "You stupid."
21.
You stupid.
I tried to imagine what the origins of all these memes were before seeing them, because of course I didn't know. But at the least I was expecting something bare bones and stupid. But I never predicted it would be something as simple as someone filming a cop, looking at his shoes, and screaming, "What are those?" Is this funny because it's something normal people don't do? I don't get it. It's not funny. Man, I am so glad this shit wasn't around when I was in school. I can imagine the twatty kid who thinks he's funny screaming, "D's nuts! D's nuts!" and the entire class erupting in laughter. Back in my day, we used to say things like, "pudding," because that's pretty random, and everyone found that pretty funny. Or we'd sing like the Crazy Frog song. Wait, we were just as bad back then. If not worse. Fuck! fuck! You're just jealous of the Vine. If you don't like it, then don't watch it. Well, perhaps that is the case, except for the fact that these Vine compilations people make and put on YouTube are virtually unavoidable. The thumbnails that have the nearly naked ladies on them and the perfect video length make them prime material for YouTube to automatically promote, so they're absolutely everywhere. And if your response to that is, well, just don't use YouTube if you don't like it, well, you're watching this video on YouTube. So why don't you fuck off? Vine was the next logical step the internet needed to take to become as muted and obvious as possible in terms of video making. I admit there are some needles in the haystack now and again, but most of it is tiresome shit that I'd argue is probably making people stupid. Or stupider. It's actually a pretty scary product of what our ever-decreasing attention spans are. What was I saying? You know, I really cannot remember. Wow, look at that butterfly. Dude, that is so pretty. I smashed the butterfly! Smash it into fucking oblivion! So those are my thoughts on Vine. I really can't stand it. So what do you think? Are you personally a huge fan of D's nuts? Or do you despise it as much as I? Tell me what you think in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated. Make sure you check out some of my other videos in various social media sites. It's all in the description if you take a second to fucking look. I'll see you next time. Bye!